Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Melanated Homeschooling Families Podcast. I am your host, Coach Dr. Tina Ramsey, and today we are spotlighting one of our amazing members in where the Melanated Homeschooling Families Support Group, which is the largest homeschooling support group for people of color. Right now, we're blessed to have over 11,000 homeschoolers worldwide, and it's a collective of educators, homeschoolers, public schoolers that may want to transition to homeschooling, and a collective of all different melons and hues coming together on the topic of homeschooling, business, wellness, life, and mental health. We have a little bit of everything. So on today, we have this amazing guest. Who is it? It's Brittany Black, and she is from Kandi Kraze. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to get her on today because I want to know some things about this Kandi Kraze. So if you are a parent out there, whether you are in public school or homeschooling, this video, this podcast, this interview is exclusively for you, because if you have problems with math, this woman is going to help all of us get our math together. So we'll see you back after this intro, and we'll bring on the amazing Brittany Black. Remember to like, follow, share, and subscribe, and share this out because I know you need help with math. We'll be back in a moment. And just like that, we are back. But I come along with the friend, the person, the woman, the guru. Yes, this woman is just my shero, because she not only homeschools, but she's a math teacher. Oh my goodness. Brittany Black is really taking the sour out of math and making it all sweet. So without further ado, let's bring on Brittany Black from Kandi Kraze. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Hi, Dr. Ramsey. Thank you so much for having me in that beautiful introduction. I'm so flattered and I'm so modest. I just really appreciate this opportunity. Hello, it's so nice to be here. Thank you.
No. We happy. We are ecstatic and grateful to have you here, because one thing, being in the educational industry for like 25 years, one of the main soft spots for, I don't care if you homeschool or not, you're a public school, it is math. Because at a certain point, even if a child is great at math in the beginning years, something sometimes shifts once they hit middle school. So tell us a little bit first about how in the world did you come up with Kandi Kraze?
Well, it is kind of crazy how I came up with Kandi Kraze. But my daughter was attending a homeschool through Elijah Priestley's mother. If you have not heard of Elijah Priestley, he is a 14-year-old, I believe, that attends. He's a physics major and he's majoring in another science at Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And his mother had a homeschool, and one of the projects was to build a business or to make a business. So for my daughter and I, we just made a jewelry business, and we just called it Kandi Girls. It had little cute little charms, and at the end of the program, we had a little sale of our jewelry. So that was a few years back. So further along, here we are through our changes and transitions with this new, the pandemic. I hate to say it, but we had I had decided to back away from the classroom. And so I said, well, what if I took that name and made it into something, and to tie it into something that I do now. Now, I never intended to become a teacher. I thought I was going to be a pharmacist. Life changes, things change. I'm allergic to all the medication in the pharmacy, I found out. But Kandi Kraze was created based off of Kandi Girls, the jewelry for my daughter's business at a homeschool. And then it became Kandi Kraze because we were going through a crazy time as individuals, as a collective. And being that we were going through these crazy times, the kids were losing contact with traditional settings, or if they were in homeschool, it was just a change. It was a big change for all, as everyone knows. And so I called it Kandi Kraze because no matter how sour things are, no matter how things look like in your life, life can be sweet. And so with Kandi Kraze, I provided, it's like a mindset for the better. So if most people, if they didn't look at math as sour, then I can enhance the sweetness with math, with 1st through 8th grade. So that's how Kandi Kraze really came about.
I love that. Okay, so you took, like an old saying, you took those lemons and you made lemonade. You saw what was happening around you and the surroundings. You also pulled from previous experience with your daughter, with what you and her actually formed with the business. And then you built upon it, or I would say you expanded to adapt to the current situation. And you're right. The last 2.5 years have been like a really crazy, unpredictable time that really shook everyone to their core, because for the first time, all of us had something in common, no matter what side of the 4 corners of the earth you live on, number one. And number two, it shook our educational public school system in the fact that we did not have a plan B. Okay, so even though schools, because even though I'm a homeschooling mom, I'm really connected with the public schools around the area. So even though they had some facets of mobility and online, it was very, very little, maybe about 10-20%. But it really pushed the world as a whole to have to shift and pivot into this digital world. And make sure that the children in the public school would still get resources and the education they needed, alongside, even though we was always home, the homeschoolers. But it did something. It shifted the homeschooling world too, even though we was already home for the most of us. But we were so active and mobile. Like, we will be on field trips. We'll be at these summits. We'll do a whole lot of different things. So, Kandi, I think we may have lost her connection just a tad bit. So we're going to see how she can come back on. But I'm just going to tell you a little bit more about Kandi, and how it's just simply amazing what she does. And as she gets her video and stuff, I'll bring her back on. But she making math, because normally when we get to a certain point with math, we feel like it's really, really sour. It's a very unpleasant situation for us. And so I like the fact that they're using Kandi, because most children love Kandi, and how she used her personal situations and built a business alongside her daughter. And I don't know about you, but growing up, math was not my thing. Okay, math was not my thing. And one thing, before I decided to homeschool over 10 years ago, was that I had to decide, was I going to homeschool and was I going to reach out for additional resources when I was homeschooling, especially when I got to the higher levels of math. So most parents are feeling that way. And Kandi Kraze is actually helping us complete that area. If you are a parent struggling with math, if you're a parent that's feeling lack of confidence in regards to, can I really teach my child these concepts, then Kandi Kraze is the place, because they have private math lessons and everything to assist you in math. So what we're going to do, we're going to take some commercial breaks, and we'll be back in a moment, hopefully with our amazing guest, which is Brittany Black. We'll be back in a moment.
Hi, my name is Tom Anderson, and I'm the owner of the Potter's Computer System. What we do is we build computers, repair computers, and upgrade computers. We're in Lugoff, Camden, Elgin, and in Richland County. Now, since we're going through the COVID epidemic right now, our goal is to pick up your computers, repair them, upgrade them, and return them back to you. Sometimes you don't like us coming into your house, so we can meet you at a separate location and get your computer from you and get it done for you. My telephone number is 803-667-5348, and we've been serving the community out here in Lugoff, Camden, and Elgin for about 7 years, and Richland County for about another 7 years. So, if you have any needs, please give us a call. Once again, my name is Tom Anderson, Potter's Computer Systems. My website is www.potters, P-O-T-T-E-R-S, computers, computers.com. And remember, most of all, you'll have a positive day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Kandi Kraze presents Kandi Bowl Summer Math Classes for 1st through 8th graders. Your child can build their math muscles using Kandi Bowl Math Classes. Kandi Bowl Math Classes are offered virtually, private, one-on-one instruction by a math teacher who has raised test scores and is taking students to win math competitions. Kandi Bowl Math Classes provides personalized lesson plans for your child, videos, games, printable lessons. Kandi Kraze LLC will connect drawings as a visual to solve math problems. Learning loss can be prevented this summer with Kandi Bowl classes to prepare your child for next 2022-2023 school year. With Kandi Bowl math classes, math test anxieties will be a thing of the past. With Kandi Bowl math classes this summer, we can prepare your child to be ready for the first test next year. Are you ready to get started? Yeah. All right.
And just like that, we are back, and we have our amazing featured guest backstage that we're spotlighting, the genius behind Kandi Kraze LLC, bringing sour and sweet, making it sweet, which is the amazing Brittany Black. Okay, we're gonna bring her back on because you just had a little tidbit of her commercial there, so you can see a little bit more of what she actually does. So welcome back.
Thank you.
My question is this. So when parents actually sign their children up for your private classes, do you have your own curriculum, or are parents allowed to bring their own math curriculum? How does that work?
It can work both ways as far as our Kandi Bowl math classes. The parent can either provide their own curriculum, or Kandi Kraze can provide a curriculum that's used nationwide pretty much, and that's through Eureka Math, or we have other alternatives as well. So it's the ball is in your court with curriculum at Kandi Kraze. If you want to provide your own curriculum, we can do that as well to be able to bridge your child with remediation, getting on track, or getting ahead. So past, present, and future at the same time with our lessons.
I love that you allow the parents to pick what they would like to do, whether they want to use their own curriculum or use the one that you guys have. I also like the fact that you also provide printables and games, because children learn a variety of different ways, but one way that I seems to be universal is children love games. I don't know any child that don't love games.
Right.
Right. So the fact that you're incorporating games, you're incorporating printables for that hand-to-hand, for that kinetics, and you have private sessions, and you pretty much do it all with your private online math classes. And you also not only do that, but you tutor as well, and you provide coaching. So tell us about that.
So the difference between tutoring and coaching is, with tutoring, it's pretty much giving instruction through the lesson. It's not as far as just teaching, but just telling them, this is how you are supposed to be able to do this strategy to be able to break down a multiplication problem, or a strategy to be able to do place value with decimal numbers. But coaching is pretty much as if like a coach for a volleyball team or for football. Okay, so they're going through the lesson, and if they're coming across okay, now remember we talked about this, go back, correction, keep moving forward. Just as they're in a game, practicing doing drills, we do math drills, so I'm coaching them through the drills, okay, to keep them going, keep them on pace. So tutoring and coaching, they're so close together. Other than like I said, coaching is actually, the child is actually going through the obstacle course, going through the actual skills that's needed, and I'm on the sidelines telling them, okay, this is what you need to do, okay, moving them along and giving them tips and skills to be able to move forward and win the game.
I love it, because I also hear, even though you didn't say this, when you were saying all that, I hear confidence building, because if you're on the sideline and a child get to a problem and they feel like they can't do it, and you're online and you can't do it, you remember that concept. I know you know it. And a lot of problems that children have in math, after they start having issues, especially if they was good at it at first, and all of a sudden they get to a certain gray area and they just cannot grasp the concepts, they lose their confidence.
Right.
And the fact that you have this active coaching, tutoring, confidence building, mindset development, you incorporate candy in it. You know, I don't know any children that don't like a little candy.
Yes, indeed.
All of that is amazing. Oh, we got a shout out from my virtual studio audience. He said Thomas Anderson. He's actually the owner of Potter's Computer Systems, and that's where I actually get my homeschool computers for my children from. He been going back and forth to him for 3 years. And he said, this is very creative. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, now, so you have the curriculum. If we have our curriculum, we can use ours. If we don't, we can use yours. You have this active coaching, because that's a twist. I never really heard of a math teacher actually providing that coaching, that motivation, that mindset development. They just usually go in and teach math, and that's it. But I see that you encompass the entire student, the whole process of the child. What made you decide to incorporate mindset development and this coaching feature in? Because I don't know of any active math program that actually builds the child's confidence in conjunction with the math.
Well, I go and reflect back to when I was a math student. I finished in microbiology. However, I was not connected to math. I liked science, but I wasn't connected to math. And so I can remember going through my math classes and getting to middle school where I was like, okay, they're adding in variables and letters. Then I started feeling that my confidence was diminishing. So I basically want to encourage kids that this is possible, that even though that you may not feel connected with it, actually math is connected to all. So once they learn and understand the concept that math is connected to all, you can actually see yourself in math. You can actually see something that you can relate to in math. So coaching is important too, because in order for us to be able to move forward, it starts right here in the mind. So if I can't get in your mind to let you know that you can do it, knowing that, I know it's so cliche, but you can do it because you're a limitless being. You can do it. So with that being said, if I could lead the way for you to think better about yourself, give you the instruction with the curriculum and the skills and the pacing and the different kind of variations of how we work through the math with the games and the drills and the interactive manipulatives that we have, study guides. I'm giving you the safety net and all the tools you need, the videos. I'm giving you all the tools that you need. So if you can just keep moving forward, and I'm coaching you and you can do it. Come on, we can do this. It can be accomplished. So once you have overcome the confidence level, then it's just like, I can do this. They're gone, and there's no stopping. The sky's the limit. And that's why it's important for our communities. It's important for us as individuals, our communities, our economy, for kids to find themselves in math, establish a good foundation, a solid foundation, so that we can be able to have kids to go to school, to become go to college, or have their own businesses, be their own leaders, be more active, again, be able to have more access and opportunities and choices, be able to hire and fire and not be waiting to be pick me. It's a difference, and it has a lot to do with not only just math, but with reading and knowing how to process words and context clues. So if you can be able to just get the foundation in math and reading, then you can be, the sky's the limit. You can be the boss of your dreams. You can be the athlete of your dreams. And athleticism and math is hand in hand. So this could lead on to building generational wealth, not only for your child, but for generations to come. So it has to start with time invested and prioritizing, because a lot of parents, they have other matters. Everybody does have other things, and you have to pick and choose. And especially at this time with inflation going on, you have to pick and choose. But if everybody is committed and work together as a team, from the parent to myself, a teacher, to even a next door neighbor, I don't care. We all have to work together, and it takes a village. It takes a village. So as long as they have that support system, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. Beyond.
Yes, I totally agree with you, because at some point, if you are a homeschooler, depending upon how long you've been homeschooling, because some of us start from the time of kindergarten going up, some of us start from elementary and go up. But regardless, I don't know any human being on the earth that is great at everything. Okay, we might be good or okay, but we're not great at everything. It's some things that we are like phenomenal, exceptional, right? But at some point, whether you're a public schooler or a homeschooler, you're gonna need to outsource for some help. And you're gonna have to, like my dad used to tell me, you need to put that pride in your back pocket, and you need to know how to get some help if you need some help. So if you're a parent right now, whether you public or homeschool, and you about to pull your hair out your head because you see they come home with that book bag with that folder, that good old green folder that we get down here in South Carolina, come home with that folder, and you looking at all this stuff, and it look like a foreign language to you, and you up here trying to do that old math with that new math, then maybe it's time for you to call Kandi Kraze, because listen, that old math don't work for this new stuff these children doing now. I don't care how you place it. And then you thinking you help your child, they go to school and they come back with a 20 or a 0 and be like, well, that's the way I did it.
Right.
And you don't have time to sit and learn it.
Right. And the thing, it's funny that you mentioned old math, Dr. Ramsey, because it seems like when I started teaching, I was like, oh, what is this? Oh my goodness. But I set time to, process, and it can be done. And if you don't have time, then I'm here for you. I'm here to serve. I really am. I'm here to serve. And guess what? I teach the old math too.
No. I love the old math,
teach
but
the
I do
old
know.
and the new. I teach
But
the
see,
old and the new.
I love the old math because that's what I grew up on. But I'm here
Right.
to tell you,
Me too.
with when you have your child in these different courses and classes, it's not so much of the answer that the teacher is looking for, it's the concepts and the steps. They're not really even looking. The child can have the answer right, but if they don't have them steps right, they're like, they marked the whole question wrong. Like, okay, yeah, you have the answer, but your steps, how did you get it? Because the steps is not right. So they're not so much of looking only for the answer. They're also looking for the steps, the processes of what you teach, the strategy behind how did you get that answer based upon whatever concepts is valid at the time. Because Lord knows it seems like they always coming up with something new.
Right. Yes,
we have a comment from our virtual studio. He said, respect sister, teach the students. Teach the students, teaching themselves to create what they need to first of all, they are responsible for themselves. Sister is building growth and independence. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Anderson. Yes, sir. That's the goal.
You are, because if you're confident, you can read well, and you're confident in math. I mean, pretty much you can do anything because those two subjects float on ESL, which is language arts, is in social studies. Math is literally in every single subject.
It is.
From cooking to washing to shopping to gaming. It's in everything.
Even from the clothes on our back, as far as making the clothes, measurements, that's math. The prescriptions for our glasses, if we have those, even when it comes to cosmetology, hairdressers, the ratios in between the color and the developer and the bleach, if you decide to do that, or even when it comes to if you wear braids, and all natural, wearing braids, measuring the length. Oh, I want a 12-inch. I want a 24-inch. All it has to do, everything has to do with math. Even when it comes to relationships, I like to let people know relationships when it comes to dealing with negative and positive people, and they coming together with addition. What is their outcome? It's really deep. It really is deep. It's amazing.
We have another comment from Virtual Studio on and said, OMG, I'm nervous about when Moses start with this new math. I'm going to need that help. Pride, the way in my pride in my back pocket. Okay, you can use it, but I can't take credit for it. My dad actually told me that. I didn't understand it until I got older. And I was like, okay, sometimes you need to ask for help. That's just point blank. You can't do everything. And Mr. Thomas actually said all finance and them children, one thing they do want to know is count some money.
Right. And that's important. That's important for the whole economy. With this inflation, how you need to calculate your finances and see what you need to do to maintain and get ahead. And that's important. And saving money with shopping. With shopping. Investing your money. Making sure that you have your checks and balances, making sure that you have other avenues, having streams of income, and creating balances and be able to invest in yourself and your family. This is very important, and I cannot stress that enough. This is very important. So that's why I'm so motivated to help children. And speaking of being motivated to help children, Kandi Kraze is having a fundraiser to help those who are not able to with the student that has a low grade level at this time and coming from a low income household. We are having a fundraiser. Kandi Kraze LLC is having a fundraiser to help those in need, so that we can be able to tutor kids to be able to come out of their mindset, if it's negative or in math, to be able to help them to know that they need this to be able to forward themselves and generations to come, so that it can be able to take care of themselves and won't be codependent on others, because we can do it. We can do it. It's important for society as a whole for us to do it, because one day one of these children could be a politician. One day one of these children may have to present a case in a courtroom. One day, these children could possibly be a coach of a football team and help somebody else's child along the way. We are all connected, and that's why this is so important, to be able to build a future so we can have a better outcome, and we can come together and help each other and help those in need. So that's why this is here. And this is just, like I said, this is a fundraiser to help other students for math tutoring services who cannot afford to do so. The resources for grants for nonprofits, they're there, but I'm not a nonprofit. I'm just a homeschooling mom and teacher who wants to help children who can't help themselves, as far as because they may not have the support system at home financially, or they may times are hard. So this is why I want to give back and be able to help somebody out there, whether they're homeschool or in person, as far as they going to a school. I want to help a child.
Thank you so much. And you guys, as she was talking, I actually brought up the fundraiser. How you can actually find her fundraiser is going to Kandi Kraze on Facebook. She has a Facebook page called Kandi Kraze LLC. Right on the top, you will see pinned the fundraiser. The only thing you have to do is click the link. Listen, if you have $1 to donate, please do that, because think about it. If that was your child, you will want them to be able to have these resources to get their start in life and pay it forward. Any amount is accepted and greatly appreciated. Someone said, thank you for your generosity.
Oh, thank you.
One of these days, these kids could be your boss.
Yeah. Right.
Yes, thank you. You're right. They are. They're going to be the bosses. So the thing of the matter is, all of these things that we see going on today and dealing with math, it all kind of doubles down to math. And the more comfortable, the more confident our children is now with math, it's going to ease up a lot of stress and tension that can come in the future when they are not as confident. And it can help them to be able to manage their money properly, a business properly, their life properly. Especially now, like I'm a double back to what you was talking about when you actually mentioned about the economy, and we have to be mindful of how we're spending and saving. You are absolutely right. Another thing that I want to employ on all of you all to pay attention to is the food. The packaging that we had 3 to 6 months ago or a year ago, we may be paying the same price or a little bit more, but the packaging,
the shrinkage.
Yeah, so you need to look at how many ounces. If you don't understand ounces and pounds, you need to start going back, get a measuring cup, because listen, 6 ounces is clearly different than 2. So you might see the 2 ounce on sale and the 6 ounce cost of price, but it's more. So you need to really manage that as well, to make sure when you are purchasing with that buying power that you're buying and getting the most for your money at the time.
That's definitely important.
So I have someone in said, let's chat about sponsorships from nationally known companies. Saying, oh, that's saying, hey girl. She's amazing. Stay tuned. We're going to have some different things that's going to be happening, because she does a lot of amazing things as well. But with all of that, I want to encourage all of you guys to go on over to Kandi Kraze LLC Facebook page and actually go and donate $1. I mean, listen, I know most of us feel like, okay, if it's $1, it's a waste of time. But think about it. If all of us come together to do $1, what chance? 1,000 people, that's $1,000. You know how many children lives that can change?
Right.
How many children lives that can change? Oh my goodness, I got her laughing.
Right.
So, Brittany, tell us about anything else you want our audience to see. I also want to, before you do that, I also want to share with our virtual studio audience, as well as the ones that will be listening to us on the radio, on the podcast. I want you also to hop on over to CTR Media Network. Of course, one interview cannot possibly share with you the dimensions of what makes this woman so special. Well, you can get to know her a little bit more by looking at our feature blog, by clicking on the Melanated Homeschooling Families podcast logo, and you will see, and then you will click blog, and then you will see her feature, and it tells you a little bit more about her. Also take you to one of her videos, and it gives you all the links where you can subscribe to her YouTube channel. You can follow her on Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter. All of this, you can connect with her on all the different facets of social media, whichever one that you prefer. Because I know some people are solely Facebook, some solely TikTok. So wherever you want to take your information in with the Kandi Kraze, you go on over there so that you can stay connected with her in regards to what she is actually doing. Oh, we already got a donation coming in. Woohoo! Yay! Thank you, Potter's Computer Systems. Yes, he said he would donate $25. We appreciate that. And y'all, FYI, Potter's Computers is actually running a sale right now, giving $25 off for the first 5 people that actually goes in. And if you want to know all about that, you guys, guess what you got to do? You got to go follow me, because you'll see his information all over my different social media pages, from the Tina Ramsey Show to the homeschooling, all over. Why? Is because he has amazing computers. I personally been doing business with him for 3 years now. My son's computer that he used for school right now for homeschool is one of Potter's Computer Systems. So I can back that his stuff is great. And he's mobile, so you don't have to worry about it. And if you don't live in the Midlands area of South Carolina, that's okay. He'll actually mail products out to you as well. You just call him and just tell him that you watch this broadcast, and so you can get that little $25 out, because he's running some sales over the summer and some sales for all of you. So take advantage of it. We said online. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. So we, of course, we're going to keep this show, keep this thing moving and grooving. Pretty much she shared the gamut of what she does in a very short time. But what I can say is that if you are a parent and you're struggling with teaching your children math, or you may not be a parent that's struggling with math, but you just don't have the time. You work 9 to 5, a traditional 9 to 5, or you're an entrepreneur and you're working a 9 to 5, or you just need some me time, because it is a thing. Okay, we might not take it, but we need to take some time for ourselves. And you just need someone that's qualified to help teach your children math. Then I encourage you to give Brittany Black a call and go to Kandi Kraze. Yes, that's Brittany Black. She is the founder of Kandi Kraze LLC. Her website is www.kandikraze.com. For those of you, now don't y'all be blowing her phone up. You better text. Y'all better be texting. Don't be blowing up after business hours. This ain't no Walmart 24 hours. You call her for 9 to 5. 9 to 5. Say, get your appointment. But anyway, but text her first. But that's her business. Thomas, he said respect. Okay, you know I got you, brother, because I love what you do for the community. So we're gonna bring her back on. Thank you for hopping back on. So any closing words you would like to say to our audience, and anything else you would like them to know about what Kandi Kraze is actually doing?
We have thank you, Dr. Ramsey. We have licorice lessons and videos and math suites. Licorice lessons are basically tying math to life lessons, to what we need to know through life, about grinding for greater, excelling for greater, and doing as much as we can as far as not repeating the same mistakes again, learning for our mistakes, be able to move forward, be able to know that practice makes progress. As long as we practice, we will progress. And also math suites, our videos for math suites, they are tying in what we like to do with math. whether it's video games or whether it's drawing or doing some kind of activity or sports, fishing. It doesn't even matter what it is. That if there's a hobby, math is tied into it. And also, with that being said, we also have our Sour to Sweet blog, which basically gives information about turning sour situations with math to sweet outcomes on our website at kandikraze.com. And also we have coming July 5th, we are going into a new month, and there's only for those who do a traditional timing with school. If you're a homeschooler, just to let you know, for 5th through 8th graders, we have the Summer Sugar Rush Mini Math Boot Camp for 5th through 8th. Summer Sugar Rush Mini Math Boot Camp.
Right now.
And it's from Tuesday to Friday. For the week of July, for 5th through 8th graders, each week we'll be covering a different topic, such as for 5th graders, we're going to be adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing decimals. For 7th graders, we'll be doing consumer math, doing percentages. For 6th graders, we'll be doing ratios. And also for 8th graders, we'll be doing systems of equations, cube root, square root, Pythagorean theorem. So we're just gonna do a review and go over for what is new, for what's coming through the upcoming school season. The school
Awesome. So as you can see, you guys, if you look over, for those of you who are watching the TV side, and if you are listening on the radio or the podcast, and you need to hop on over to Melanated Homeschooling Families TV and Podcast YouTube channel so that you can see this. Well, you're going to see the replay if you're listening to me now. But you can go over and see all of this because I'm actually showing you her website right now. As she mentioned, she has her own amazing blog that you can also read. You can also see some of the reviews of past clients. You can see when she has her lives. You also see some videos and see what her business has to offer you and your families in de-stressing the math experience. And you will also see an outline of all the different things that her company actually provides in regards to classes. And as you can see, it's the 2022 Kandi Bowl Summer Math class. Honey, you looking for something for your children to do because they like bouncing all off the wall. And you're like, oh, no. Put them in this Kandi Bowl summer camp. Let them burn off some of that energy in a good way. And click this button because I'm here to tell you. I know parents like, I gotta find me a camp.
Right. But I have some math.
Yeah, right. Listen. So if you're looking for something for your children to do that's going to be productive, that can actually have a lasting benefit effect, that can carry on to the upcoming school year, where one of the biggest challenges for public school as well as homeschoolers that take a break off is the fact of the gap. It's like the children lose those concepts that they previously had the previous year, and they have to spend most of the first half of the year reviewing what they already learned.
I'm a witness. Yes,
so why do that to yourself? Go on over to Kandi Kraze and put them in that summer camp, that little boot camp.
let's get ready for the next go around with math and learning. Let's get them ready. And like I said, we'll remediate your child and tie that remediation with the lesson for next year, for the upcoming grade level. Yes, ma'am.
I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for being a featured guest for our show and also being a part of our wonderful Melanated Homeschooling Family Support Group on Facebook. We appreciate your insight and also your expertise in regards to math, because Lord knows we need as many math teachers as possible.
Thank you, Dr. Ramsey. Thank you so much. This has been a blessing.
Oh, yes. I enjoyed it. So listen, you guys, when learning math is sour, give
Kandi Kraze will make it sweet.
Yes, you heard it here. So you go on over to KandiKraze.com. That's KandiKraze.com and book your consultation on today. If you are a parent, whether you're in public school or homeschooling, and you're looking for wholesome activity that's going to help position your child for the upcoming school year, well, I encourage you to go to KandiKraze.com and get yourself in that boot camp, because this is unlike any boot camp out there. You know why? Because it's not just about the math. It's about your child as an individual, to build their confidence, to know that they can do it. And once they build that confidence here, it's going to carry over in every other subject, because now they know their worth, okay? Because they work on the mind and the math and everything, okay? I don't know any math tutoring that's actually doing mindset development and active coaching and drills and all this stuff like this and making it fun. So kudos to you, and thank you for what you do for all of us, because we definitely need you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Ramsey, and thank you for those who watched and will watch with the Melanated Homeschooling Families. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure and a blessing to be here. Thank you so much.
Oh, yes, you are most welcome. You will also see Kandi Kraze in the upcoming July edition of the Homeschooling Magazine, because she's not just a blessing to the Melanated Homeschooling Family Support Group. She's a blessing to the Homeschooling Magazine community, which is a network of 25,000 homeschoolers all over the world. Now, I know we right here hopping on into the Melanated, but the Homeschooling Magazine actually encompasses everyone, every hue. That is the place where everyone is welcome to come, grow, and learn. And it's open to the entire world. So make sure to get a copy next month, and make sure to look at Kandi Kraze in the magazine, because she's gonna be up in there, because we need this mail. Okay, so you're welcome. So guys, here is the flyer one more time for those of you who are watching the show on video. You can take a screenshot right now, so when you call, you'll know what you're talking about when you go to Kandi Kraze, because you'll know exactly what you want. And this is another one as well, all of which you can go to KandiKraze.com and be able to see it and get it detailed. Brittany, thank you so much for being our featured guest today. We definitely enjoyed you, and thank you for helping our children, which is the future.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much.
All right, everyone from the virtual audience, thank you so much for tuning in today. This is the end of the show. I know it happened very quickly. I said we don't let nothing stop us over here. A little glitch here, a little glitch here. We don't care, because we're going to keep it rolling. Okay, we're going to keep it rolling. And I thank her for giving some time to us, and make sure to hop on over to KandiKraze.com to go ahead and sign up for these boot camps. But if you decide that you don't want to do the boot camp, well, you definitely need to sign up for her for the upcoming school year. Okay, go ahead and book her down, because you get your child in when she get in where they fit in. With all that being said, you guys, I will see you the next time on the Homeschooling Magazine, and also the Melanated Homeschooling Families podcast and TV show. Have a great, amazing rest of your day, and thank you for tuning in. See you later.
Peace.
Hello, everyone. Just want to give my review on Tina with helping me homeschool. I have been wanting to homeschool for years now, and I was not sure of it because of the patience, the time, and just being home with my children that it required. After, going on and moving forward, especially with the COVID-19, I decided that it was time. So luckily I knew Tina, and I knew that she was great at everything else that she provided to me. So going to her was a no-brainer. I did that, and I don't regret it at all. If you're looking for someone who is going to take their time, be understanding, answer your question, and just support you throughout the process, contact Tina. She is the one for you to get you in the right path and to make you feel confident about homeschooling your children.